Hi.
This is not something that we, go out in the streets with flags and supporting country X or country B or this or that. This is what we've always stated that is not permissible. That is the issue of demonstrations, where lots of chaos, lots of haram things take place. As Muslims, we side with anyone who claims to be Muslim, even if they're full of innovation, even if we believe in their hatred and enmity of Islam and the Muslims, yet still they're better than the other part, which is blatantly killing civilians, women, children, and the whole world is watching. And their ministers say that we would like to annihilate all the children, all the suckling babies, even the dogs and donkeys and animals they have. We would like to wipe them all off, annihilate them. Is this something plausible to them, the disbelievers who are united against Islam? It is. And if any Muslim would have said this, they would have labeled the whole region as a region of terror and a bloodthirsty, violent fanatics. So we don't cheer. We judge things by what we see. And definitely to side with a corrupt Muslim with corrupt aqeedah against any non-Muslim is a priority in Islam, and Allah knows best.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, here I am. There has been a war going on in the Middle East, as we all know. Iran and Israel are bombing each other, and today we heard the news that the US got involved and they bombed. First of all, we want to clarify that we feel very strongly about the people of Iran. They don't deserve to be punished for the policies of the governments. There are people being bombed, there are civilians being bombed, so our hearts go out to them, and we pray that Allah protect all innocent people around the world from the wrong decisions and policies of some of these governments. So I wanted to clarify our position on this conflict. There are a lot of views flying around out there on Twitter and other social media platforms. A lot of people are backing Iran because they hate Israel so much for its crimes it committed in Gaza. There's a genocide going on. Israeli crimes are well known to the whole world, and the tide is turning. Actually, the tide has already turned, in my opinion. No one wants to support Israel anymore. If you are a moral person, if you're a good person, if you have any moral standards or values, you would never stand for a state like the state of Israel. On the other hand, we have Iran, and Iran is a very controversial issue. There are Muslims divided on Iran. Many Muslims support Iran in this because they're saying Iran is the only power that's standing up to the Israelis, while others say no, Iran does not deserve our support for the crimes Iran committed in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. And I am from that persuasion. I believe Iran is definitely not in favor of the Muslims of the Middle East, because Iranian policies in the last 20 odd years have been very, very negative. Iranian regime has inflicted major damage to Muslim interest in the Middle East, to Muslim people in general. For example, if you look at the situation in Syria, there was a genocide in Syria of nearly 600,000 people, give and take, few 100,000 people. But the agreed upon number, the most cited number is 600,000. It could be higher, it could be lower. Okay. At the same time, what happened in Iraq after the US invasion of Iraq in 2003, Iran took control of Iraq from the US, and the rest is history. There are articles online, you can go and study what Shia death squads did in Iraq, wiping out Sunnis and driving out Sunnis from Baghdad. Also in Yemen, Iran's role has been very negative. Iran supplied Houthis with weapons, and Saudi Arabia retaliated quite heavily, no doubt. There were many, many casualties. Hundreds of thousands of people suffered because of Iranian supply of weapons to the Houthis and Saudis retaliating. All of these things are well known. These are not disputed things. About 1 million people have died due to Iranian intervention, direct Iranian intervention, propping up proxies in Yemen, in Iraq, in Syria, in Lebanon, and even in Afghanistan. So Iran's role has been very, very damaging and devastating for the Muslims of the Middle East in particular, and other parts of the Muslim world in general.
Islamic position regarding the war that is taking place by the Zionist state of Israel and the Iranians or Iran. And of course, we all know the history. Some people might say, but in reality, both are our enemies. I mean, the enemies of Ahl Sunnah, the enemies of Muslims. So what is the Islamic position regarding that? See, the way we need to look at it should be very careful that we should not talk about the crimes of Israel alone without looking at the bigger picture, or the crimes of Iran, and then we say, oh, you want Iran to win the war, but look what they have done, this and that. No. From an Islamic perspective, we judge things, we judge such things according to the outcome, the possible outcome. Basically, the consequences of Israel winning the war go way beyond if Iran wins the war. And we all know that Israel is not just Israel. Israel is the spearhead of the Western project. So therefore, if Israel wins the war, you can say that even the Western ideology will start to dominate more and more in the region, in the Middle East. So this is how we should look at it.
Guys, it is well. Well, I think I really enjoyed, this video. I really enjoyed the Muslim scholar point of view regarding this Iran versus Israel war, which has been going on for some weeks now. And the first scholar that we just watched from this clip actually said what was on my mind. I feel like we should not be here to side anybody. We should all be here to pray for everybody to survive. We should all support each other. We are all human beings, right? Whether they are Iran or Israel, this is not the time for us to start, choosing side. I don't think this is the time to start choosing side. We should just pray for everybody, pray for them, pray for Iran. I know some Muslims, or I can't really say most Muslims, maybe some Muslims are supporting Iran, while Americans are supporting Israel. Some Christian, I think they're supporting Israel, like that. No, I'm just praying that all this comes to an end very soon. I love every details they give, the three scholars, but the first scholar actually got my attention when he said, Muslim, we are not here. It's not a football game. Definitely, it's not a football game. This is life. We're talking about human life. A lot of people are in danger. Now we should think about how people will survive it. So right now we're not supposed to be saying, I'm standing for this one, or we should be making mockery of any country. We should all stand in unity, in love. We should all come together. All religions should come together, be it Muslim, Christian, Judaism, Jewish, wherever you find yourself. Because I know Jewish people are definitely supporting Israel, whereas Muslim are, supporting Iran. No, it shouldn't be so. It shouldn't be so. Just imagine what actually happened between Israel um and Palestine some months back, and people were taking side. That's not what we need at this point in our life. We need each other to survive. We need to pray for each other. We need to show love to each other. Oh my God. Well, it is well. Let me know your point of view, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Stay blessed. Bye.